Hi, I'm Kristen, and welcome to Move, Pray, Love. This is the second of the Ephesians series. Hopefully you've finished the first one, which was based on Ephesians 2, being seated with Christ in heavenly places. And this one is based on Ephesians 3. It's called Rooted and Grounded. And everything we're doing is going to be about being rooted and grounded in love. And so let me start with the verse that it's founded on, from Ephesians 3, verse 16 to 17. And I encourage you to study this chapter more fully after this session. But here's what Paul writes. I pray that according to the riches of his glory, he may grant that you may be strengthened in your inner being with power through his Spirit, and that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, as you are being rooted and grounded in love. So let's start by rooting and grounding, maybe feet hip width distance apart on your mat, if you've got a mat, or you can use a towel, whatever works for you. And I want you just to take a moment to just center on the Lord, and whatever's happened so far today, this may be the start or the end or somewhere in the middle. I want you to take a deep breath in and just breathe in the Holy Spirit, the source of all life, and breathe out anything getting in the way of being filled with the fullness of God. Breathe in the Spirit, and out anything you may be holding on to that you're not. Just swing your arms, let it go. One more time. Reaching up. Last time we had the Lord lifting us up, pulling us into those heavenly places, and now we're just going to be with him, rooted and grounded in love. And last time, up. And holding it there, shoulders down, gently grabbing your right wrist and pulling it over to the left as you breathe, and just stretch, letting your head follow your arm, keeping your abs connected to your spine, ribs don't pop out, and coming to the center, grabbing the other wrist, again, taking it gently over to the left. I don't know if, or the right. I don't know if this is true for you, but I'm finding myself doing a lot of sitting these days, and it's just so good to get up and give yourself a little stretch. You can do this at any time. Now let's just take the arms down with maybe star fingers. Take your head down to the front and slowly rolling it down, one vertebra at a time. Again, remembering you are rooted and grounded through each toe, through each part of your foot, through your core. And as you get to the bottom, taking your fingers out, giving yourself just a little bit of a hamstring stretch, and then taking it to all fours. And I want you to come into an arch and round stretch. Some people call this cat-cow. Toes are pointed down. And I want you to just roll it up. Exhale as you do. And then breathe in as you come down and arch. If you want to see this from the side, this is what it looks like. Exhaling as you come up. Getting into the shoulders as well. Head is down. And arching up. And exhale. And inhale. You can think of this a little bit like almost a reverse sit-up as you take those abs, belly button to the spine, but then allowing it to arch. And now I want you, because we're rooted and grounded, we are free. We're free from a place of stability versus being kind of blown around in the wind, right? We're rooted and grounded in the love of the Lord, which allows us to love from the overflow. And now I want you to just bring some of that freedom into the movement. I want you to just go a little crazy. You might want to round around and give yourself a little hip action there. You might want to take your head around, stretch your head. You may want to write your name in the air with your hips, remembering that your name is written on the Lord's hand. Just have a little fun. You know, we all need a little bit of fun. And this also is just so good for the body. So good to just get all those kinks out. If there's a particular area with a lot of kinks, you may want to just really focus on that. Yeah, just have a little fun. Go a little crazy. You're at home. No one's watching. And even if they were, who cares? You're rooted and grounded in the love of the Lord. Okay, so let's now take it back. And I want you to just bring those feet under. I'll do this from here, actually. Bring those feet under and take it into a calf stretch. Some people like to think of this as downward dog, if that's your thing. But otherwise, I want you just to take it into a calf stretch and pedal it out. Pedal it out a little bit. Working into those calves, working into those feet. I'm going to do it this way now. Hopefully you've got the move. Again, shoulders away from the neck. Making sure those lats are connected into the back. We don't want to be all hunched up. And now just hold this stretch. Hold that stretch. Trying to keep your legs as straight as possible, but if you can't, bending is okay too. Do what you can. And breathe. Now from a place of being really rooted and grounded, I want you to lift up one leg and take it to the nose. And lift it up, take it to the elbow. And lift up, take it to the opposite elbow. And lift up, and other leg. Take it to the nose. Take it to the elbow. Take it to the opposite elbow. You're doing great. One more time. Let's take it up. Take it to the nose. Take it to the elbow. Take it to the opposite elbow. And other leg. Last one. Take it to the nose. And outer elbow. And opposite elbow. Okay, take that first leg again. This time take it to the nose and take it all the way up. And either bring it here in a runner's stretch. You can't see, it looks like this. And if you can, I want you to bring it up into prayer position. Breathe. But you can always leave it down here. You can also leave your leg down like this, if that's better. So whether you're here, or here, or here, you're breathing, yeah? You're breathing, you're rooted, you're grounded. Try to keep those shoulders down. And say a little prayer. Prayer for the world right now. Take it into the breath. And now I want you to turn that back foot in a little bit so it's on like a 45-degree angle. If you want to see, it's a little bit more like this. And we're going to take the arms up into Prayer Warrior 1. We are all prayer warriors. And we just lift our prayers up to heaven for the world at this time, for one another at this time, for our families. And then we take it into Prayer Warrior 2, and we target those prayers. We speak life and light into darkness. We speak hope into despair. And you're just really shooting those prayer arrows out of your front and back arms. Because the Lord is before, behind, beside, and beneath us. The Lord is all around us. And now I want you to straighten that front leg and take it into what's called Peaceful Prayer Warrior. Back arm is on the back leg. And then take it forward. And just both legs are straight now. Reach, 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 reach into triangle. Let me show you how this looks if this is a better angle. That back leg is still on a little bit of an angle. And you reach, 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 reach until you can't reach anymore. And then you come down and open up. This is a better way to do it, sorry. Reach, reach, reach. Come down, open up. This is called triangle pose. We think of the Trinity and the dance that the Lord draws us into of Father, Son, Spirit, us. And you just try to let that stretch ease you in. Hopefully you're getting a nice stretch along the side of your body, through your legs. Don't forget to breathe. You're doing great. And then I want you to take it down and just reverse it. Reverse triangle, taking that arm to the other side. Holding the pose. And coming back to the center. One last stretch. And up. And we take it up. We take it together. Hands above the knees. Little hair adjustment moment. Hold on. We take our hands above the knees, and I want you to just round that, do again that arch and round, and take it down. And round it up. And take it down. Take now the shoulder over and round it up. Other shoulder over and round it up. And then we're going to come all the way back down to the mat, back to that calf stretch, that downward dog stretch. And this time we're going to take the other leg up and bring that knee to the nose and take it forward. And just like last time, runner's stretch, scooch that leg back. You can either have it down on the ground with the knee, up in prayer position. Whatever works for you. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're breathing. Just hold it there. Abs are in, rooted and grounded. We have the freedom of movement because we're rooted and grounded. Saying a prayer again. This time a prayer of praise for what is, for being able to move and pray and love, for being able to be connected via this technology. Isn't that cool? For all you are doing, Lord, during this time. Okay, now I want you to take that back leg, bring it in on a sort of a 45-degree angle or so, and bring your arms up, lifting those prayers up. In this pose, Prayer Warrior One. Prayer Warrior One. And you should feel a really nice stretch. And it should also be a bit of work, too, by the way. This isn't a cakewalk. We're not just, do-do-do. This is very much working your legs, working your core, working your arms. These are strong positions because prayer warriors are strong. You are a strong intercessor for the Lord at this time. Through your words, through your movement, through your actions, through your heart, through your feelings. As you take authority over your feelings, you allow the Lord to take authority over your feelings, and you hand any stress, any fear, any anxiety over to Him. Now we go into Prayer Warrior 2. Again, sending those arrow prayers out through the front and the back of our fingertips. Knowing the Lord is there, before, behind, beneath, beside. And then peaceful prayer warrior, bringing it back, straightening that front leg. And now we're going to take it into triangle pose. I'll just show you. Remember that back. You might want to bring that back foot in just a little bit more. And you're just reaching out in front of that front leg until you can't reach anymore. And then you take it down. It can be up here, it can be down here, it can be wherever you're comfortable. And you're just opening that up, opening your heart to the Lord. Say, fill me afresh this day. Fill me with your love, that I would be rooted and grounded in your never-ending love. You should feel a really nice stretch. I feel a really nice stretch in my hip for this one. So good. Breathe, don't forget to breathe. Hopefully as you breathe into the stretch, you start to be able to go a little bit deeper. That's why we hold these stretches for what we do. And now take it to the other side. And breathe. And coming back to center, one last stretch. Head is down over that leg. And taking both toes to the front, rounding it up with the hands on the knees. One more time of this arch and round. And let's roll all the way down for one last rooting and grounding stretch. I'm going to turn to the side for this one so you can see me. Make your way down to the floor into a plank pose. And we're just going to give one final minute before we rest in plank. We're just going to do 30 seconds front, side, and side. Okay, so you're probably in about 5 seconds already. So trying to remember, and you can also do your plank from here if you prefer, or on your hands and knees. Sorry, hands and on your hands. You can also do it on your knees though, actually. That was an accurate comment. Okay, let's turn to the side. Again, it can be here, or it can be here. You can have your leg down. You can have your leg up. There's all these different cool ways of doing it. I'm gonna do this. And my feet, whoa, my feet on top of each other. You're nearly there. You got this. And last second, other side. I'm gonna do it like this so you can see me, but you can just turn around. Again, 30 seconds, hold that plank, waist is coming up. Try not to drop your waist. Abs are in. It's the source of our physical power in our core. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Going back onto our hands and knees and just doing a child of God pose. Imagine the Lord is just sort of pressing that back down. Now I want you to make your way into just a resting position, place of just complete openness to the Lord, where you can just be filled with His presence. Thinking, meditating on how much He loves you, and how much you love him, and allowing that love to wash away anything that still needs tending, still needs healing or reconciling with your true spirit. Just let the Spirit of God come and comfort and heal, release you from anything that binds you. Come, Holy Spirit. Come, Holy Spirit. And you can stay here for much longer if you'd like, but if you are ready, I want you just to kind of turn onto your right side into the fetal position for a minute, remembering that he knit us together in our mother's wombs. And then slowly come up to seated with your feet crossed. Again, remembering you're seated with Christ in heavenly places. And I just want to close with this verse that follows the one we read. Actually, I think I'll read all of them together. Ephesians 3:16-18. I pray that according to the riches of his glory, he may grant that you may be strengthened in your inner being with power through the Spirit, and that Christ may dwell in your heart through faith as you are being rooted and grounded in love. I pray that you may have the power to comprehend with all the saints, that's us, what is the breadth and length and height and depth, and to know the love of Christ that surpasses knowledge, so that you may be filled with the fullness of God. Be filled today, my brother, my sister, and I look forward to seeing you for the next installment on walking in the example of God. See you then.